Are you looking to start a web design side hustle? What's up, everybody? I'm Justin, one of the co-founders of the SiteSwan website reseller program, and this is the age of the side hustle, of the gig economy, of working from home, doing something for yourself, so you can bring in the extra income, have more freedom, and maybe even take your side hustle full time one day. We're here today to talk about how web design fits the bill, and if you do it right. And take it from me, I know how to do it right. I've started my own six-figure agency. I've built and sold hundreds of websites for small businesses, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's do a quick tech check, please. Can you all hear and see me okay? I understand I might be a little blurry to some of you, which I guarantee you is to your benefit. Use the questions tab to let me know, please. Say hello. Let me know where you're connecting from. It's always nice to know I'm not speaking to an empty room. Questions tab is the way to go. Please take a moment to let me know that everything is okay. It's more important that you can hear me and see my slides than anything else. All right. But before we go any further, while you're all doing that, can we all just agree on something real quick? Small businesses, the restaurants, pizzerias, bike shops, accountants, landscapers, contractors, dentist offices, etc. They're the backbone of the US economy and the cities or towns that they're located in. Let's all focus on one statement for a hot second. Every business needs a good website. I'll say it again. Every business needs a good website. No one is going to object to that statement, right? But a large portion of businesses don't have a website. Plus, a lot of websites out there are, yeah, they're outdated, they're old, not secure, not mobile responsive, ugly, broken, etc. Look, there's something like 500,000 small businesses opened every single month. Know what that means? An endless supply of new potential customers. If you're going to choose an industry to launch a side hustle in, it better be one that's expanding. And web design certainly is. And that's why we're here today. At this point, do me a favor, familiarize yourself with the options available on your screen, specifically the polls tab, because that's where I'm going to ask you a very important question in about a second. I'm really curious to know what is your biggest concern with starting a web design side business, side hustle. And hopefully, by answering this poll, we will be able to tailor some of the content we're putting together today to address that concern. So maybe it's the tech, maybe it's the sales, maybe it's just managing a business. Whatever it is that's got you concerned, please fill out that poll. That'll be super helpful to me. Awesome. I see those votes are already coming in. And as soon as you answer that poll, head over to the questions tab because I do have two moderators who are helping me get your questions answered as you ask them today. You do not need to wait until the end, although I will still address all the questions at the end, but I don't want to make you wait to get your questions answered. Okay. Now, there's a lot of you here today and a lot more signing in as I speak. And it makes sense because there's never been a more relevant time to talk about starting a home-based side hustle with everything that's going on. So I'm glad that you are here. Now, I want to get started today talking a little bit about SiteSwan so we can all get on the same page. SiteSwan is a website design business in a box. We launched SiteSwan back in 2011. That's right, 10 years we just celebrated. And now more than ever, we're 100% committed to the growth and success of our clients and resellers. We're headquartered here in Long Island, New York, and all of our development, coding, sales, everything is done right here in the United States. You have a high-quality platform built from the ground up by people who are passionate about helping small businesses grow and helping you grow. Because we give you everything you need to start, run, and grow your web design business. We're not just an awesome website builder, although we are awesome. The SiteSwan platform is everything you need. And SiteSwan has been loved and used by over 1,800 agencies, designers, and entrepreneurs globally. We have stellar reviews online about us, and we're recognized by Capterra, a software review company, as a top website builder 2 years running. We're flattered and super happy about that distinction. Now let's discuss what's on the agenda for today. I'm going to start by defining the makeup of a good side hustle, and then discuss the appeal of the web design industry and why people gravitate to this for their side hustle. Then we'll talk about the biggest question on everyone's mind, which is how much money can you make? That's super important. We're also going to do a live platform demo so you can see how this all works. I then will share some of my personal tips for success and reveal to you a special bonus, how to land your first 10 clients today. Then we will review the costs in getting started and wrap it up by answering all your unanswered questions. And then you'll know everything there is to know about starting a web design side hustle, right? Right. Here we go. Let's start out by opening up the dictionary and defining what a side hustle is exactly. A side hustle is defined as a piece of work, side job, or a business that you can earn money from, in addition to doing your main job. I'll give you my definition also. It's the only way to survive financially in this world. One income isn't enough for a family. Heck, it's not even enough for one person. Taking in an additional income stream can help pay the bills, get you out of debt, reach your financial goals a lot faster. And it keeps you busy. And if you choose the right side hustle, it'll be fun too. So what makes a good side hustle? I have created a checklist here of the things that most people look for in a good side hustle. Tell me if you agree with these. Number one, a good side hustle doesn't take up a lot of time because you're already working. It cannot require 40 hours a week from you because you just can't sustain that and your regular job unless you're a robot. Second, a good side hustle allows you to work from anywhere. So you can travel and work on the beach or stay at home and work on the couch. Think about it. The time that you're not at work, you're either home or you're trying to get away. You should be able to do your side hustle from anywhere. Number three, a good side hustle is not a multi-tiered marketing scheme or a direct sales thing that requires selling a product no one needs or wants to your family and friends and then trying to get them on the hook to join your network or whatever that stuff is. It's not that. Next up, a good side hustle can be grown quickly, so you don't have to wait for years to see results. You should be able to generate revenue, maybe even profits, within a very short period of time. And along those same lines, a good side hustle doesn't require a large upfront investment you have to dig yourself out of. You don't want to have a mountain of costs before you can even begin to earn money. Next up is something that makes a very good side hustle, something that has the potential to scale into a full-time career. Wouldn't that be nice? If you could do something, build it up, and then quit your day job to focus on it. Yes, it would. Finally, good side hustle is part of or affiliated with a growing industry. You don't want to get into a side hustle that's delivering printed yellow pages telephone books or doing shoe shining or managing a cigarette vending machine, for example. You want to be in a current growing industry. And then, if a side hustle has this, it's huge bonus. Recurring passive income. This is the holy grail, okay? Because your side hustle is utilizing limited time availability. I would love to know why things just shrunk down on me. There we go. I love losing my spot right as the screen just goes and has a mind of its own. Because you have limited time availability, the more money that you can make when you're not actively doing your side hustle, the better. So, how do we connect the dots? So, let's go through this list again and see how and if web design can check some of these boxes. So, let's go through it. First up, we said that it doesn't take a lot of time because you're already working. Check. You can easily start a web design business part-time, even nights and weekends. This is not something that you need to devote all of your time and energy to, okay? You can absolutely start off with this on a part-time basis and be quite successful. The next thing we said was it allows you to work from anywhere. So you can travel or work from the couch, your choice. Check. Web design allows you to work from wherever you can get, basically in front of a laptop with a Wi-Fi connection and a cell phone signal. Very, very simple. Next up, we said a good side hustle isn't multi-tiered marketing or direct sales of any kind. Well, check on that one too, because when you're designing your own web design agency, you're creating your own brand, and you're operating a legitimate agency that truly helps small businesses. You're providing significant value to people who have demand for what you're offering. The other thing we said was it can be grown quickly, so you don't have to wait for years to see results. Well, check. You know, you actually can achieve pretty quick success and profitability selling just a handful of sites. This is not something that you have to sell to hundreds of people before you can effectively turn a profit. The next thing we said, a good side hustle doesn't require a large upfront investment. Check there too. Because with low monthly fees, no expensive real estate to rent out, you don't have to invest in a ton of inventory, you don't have any classes to take. This allows you to get on top of your finances quickly. We also talked about how it has the potential to scale into a full-time career. Check there also. All you got to do is sell more sites and you'll make more money. You can single-handedly manage hundreds of websites and turn this into a full-time gig quite easily. What else? We said that it should be part of or affiliated with a growing industry. Check. Web design is a booming $40 billion industry with consistent year-over-year growth. It's like the universe, it's ever expanding. Okay? This is an industry that's absolutely growing. And then here comes the bonus. We said it'd be awesome if it has a recurring passive income element to it. Well, guess what? We can check that box too. Because when you're doing web design, you have a monthly recurring passive revenue with each and every site that you sell. And to discuss how you make that money and exactly what it's about, I want to start by going through some of the basics here. And also stressing that you're in complete control over how you charge your clients because you set your own plans and prices to be anything you want. There's no minimums, no maximums, no royalties, no nothing. But you should be charging an upfront setup fee to design the site, which is typically between $300 and $2,000, as well as a monthly service fee, usually between $29 and $100 per month. Whatever you decide to charge, though, you keep all the revenue. And to top it off, you can run your client credit cards right from the SiteSwan dashboard and set up automatic monthly or yearly billing. And if you're like most of our resellers, you use website sales to get the relationship started with small businesses and offer them complimentary and upsell services to build up your recurring monthly revenue with them. Like, for example, our built-in reputation management service, which I will highlight as well if you'd like me to. So now you know how to make the money, but how much are we actually talking here? Well, our minimum suggested retail price for the design and setup fee is $499. And the minimum suggested retail price for the monthly service fee is $50 per month. Even with this rock bottom pricing strategy, if you sold just one site a week, you can put an extra $499 in your pocket every single week. And check out this stat. If you sold just 2 websites per week, you'd earn over $70,000 your first year. And if you sold 3 websites per week, you would earn over 100 grand in your first year and be generating $7,800 in monthly residual income. That's monthly recurring locked-in revenue you can count on month after month, year after year, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, once you get a customer on board, the statistics are highly in your favor that you'll have them for a really long time. Retention rate is phenomenal with small business websites built on SiteSwan. Pretty much as long as they like their site, it's working for them, and they like you, you've got nothing to worry about. So now the question on your mind, I'm guessing, is can I really create sites that quickly that I can afford to only charge $499 up front and $50 a month for? Yes! And let me prove it to you. Let's do a little platform demonstration. I'm going to pull up your dashboard where all of your sites are going to be located. This is what you're first going to see when you get into the platform. Of course, won't have all these sites, but it will as you begin to build the sites. And just looking back at our poll from earlier, the vast majority of you said that sales is your biggest concern when starting a web design business. So let me address that topic, um, because I want to make sure that I convey to you the simplicity associated with getting sales made on the platform. Do me a favor, everyone put in a city and state that you would like me to demonstrate with. I want to use the local prospecting tool to show you what it looks like to search for businesses in and around your area, so that we can um, do a little demo. I'm going to choose. Oh, got some northeast, got some northwest, a couple Florida. Ooh, San Antonio, Tampa. Let's do San Antonio. I haven't done San Antonio. Let's do that. All right, check this out, guys. Prospecting tool. This is one of the biggest assets when you're first getting acquainted with the platform. And this is what's going to allow you to effectively find out who needs a website in your neighborhood. Now, before I even do this, let me just quickly go to our new site screen because I want to emphasize something. We have all these beautiful, professionally designed industry-specific themes for all these different industries, okay? So pretty much, no matter who you're trying to build a site for, we've got a dynamite theme that's ready to go. And you're going to see the process associated with building out these sites. But I'm going to take one of our most recent themes that we just launched. Actually, I'm going to take body sculpting. Body sculpting is a pretty unique business that these places are popping up everywhere. And in my experience, at least, I've seen a lot of folks with some horrendous websites, or none at all for that matter. Let's give this a shot, okay? Let's go to the prospecting tool. I'm going to type in body sculpting. And I'm going to put in San Antonio, Texas. I'm just going to select it from the drop down here. It's an autocomplete. And then click search. So now this gives me a nice long list of all the businesses that have something to do with body sculpting in and around San Antonio. And you're going to see a few things that are going to pop up immediately. The first is you're going to have the name of the business, the phone number, the address, and the website if they currently have one. And then you'll also be able to see a couple of other things we offer, which is if the site currently has an SSL certificate or not. This is tremendous. If a site, and these clearly do not, if a site does not have an SSL certificate, not only is it not conveying security and encryption to the business owner, but it also is getting flagged by Google as a site that perhaps you shouldn't be trusting. That's critical. So here's a big reason why businesses need a new website. And also we have a mobile site checker to see what the mobile experience looks like as well. Having a bad mobile experience is a reason why businesses need a new website. So at first glance, it might seem like the majority of these businesses have a website, but one thing I'd love for everyone to get accustomed to doing when you are on the platform is to click on these links. And let's just, okay, see, this is an example of, this is an example of a site that almost looks broken, doesn't it? It's like, um, the first thing people should see should be something that is very attractive, very compelling, a call to action that makes sense. I don't know if this is really doing it for me. So they could clearly benefit from a new website. Let's do another one. This one doesn't even have their own domain name. Look at this. They're not even using their own .com or .net. And this almost looks the same as the other site. And now we have double images of stuff. Okay, so we've got, a lot of potential. Whoever put San Antonio in, a lot of potential already. Let's keep going. How about this one? Now this one, let me just check. So this is one that had a flag for not secure. And sure enough, when we go to the site, look at this, not secure. This is a problem. This alone is a great reason to pitch this client a new website, let alone the fact that this does kind of look dated. One of the things I like to do is scroll down to the bottom, look for a copyright date, and oh, there you go, 2014. Folks, if this web designer hasn't taken the time to update the copyright date in the last 7 years, going on 8, it's a good indication that maybe the site hasn't been updated in that long. I also like how they have a Google Plus icon, which has been out of existence for about 3 or 4 years now. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that there are so many opportunities, not only in businesses that don't have a website, because there's plenty here, but also folks who could benefit from a new website. Because, like we said in the beginning, every business needs a good website. But the majority, and we've just demonstrated that already, the majority don't apparently have that. So, what would the process be like for building out a site for someone who's doing body sculpting? Well, let me show you. So some people will use this as their call list. They'll just go down the line and reach out to all these people and discover where their opportunities are. Look at this. There's a Facebook page instead of a website link. That's a big no-no. You don't want to be replacing your website with a Facebook link. That's bad news. All right, let's take this one. Breeze Body Sculpting is the first one without a site. And I'm going to click Create Site. So now I'm going to choose a theme that's appropriate. So I'm just going to scroll down to the one for body sculpting and click Create Site. So now what's happening is that we are creating a homepage design specifically for Breeze Body Sculpting with all the most important information about the business that's getting preloaded into the site. So that by the time this blue bar reaches from the left to the right side of our screen, we're going to have a complete website ready to show to the customer. Now, why is this important? Think about the last time that you bought something. I'm thinking I went shopping for perfume for my wife. And imagine if you couldn't smell the perfume before you bought it, right? Would you buy it? Probably not, okay? Unless she specifically asked for it, but that's a different story. Just like, you wouldn't buy a car without test driving it, right? Being able to sample something, to touch and feel something, to be able to appreciate something in the way it exists now is such an important element of the sales process. All the other web designers out there are asking small businesses to imagine what their site is going to look like before they ask for a deposit. Just, yeah, it's going to look beautiful. Trust me, just give me a deposit, okay? We don't believe that's the way to sell websites. The best way to sell a website is to show someone exactly what you can do for them and then get them to put their money down at that point. And you're going to see what I mean, because now we can actually call this business, we can visit them, we can email them, we can Facebook message them, we can find them on LinkedIn and communicate that way. We can pick any method of communication that we would like. Some people like to do in-person sales. Fantastic. Some people prefer to do phone calls. That's fine too. Then you can actually present this homepage to the customer. Now I'm going to make one small change before I showcase this. Okay. I'm just going to dial down my font of the business and then that's it. That's all I've done. Okay. Now let's click the preview button. So this is what you can actually show off to your client. What's important about this is we'll actually show you how the site looks on multiple different devices, and you can show them, how their site looks on multiple different devices. This is critical because if you don't have, as we stated earlier, a fully responsive site that looks great on every single platform, operating system, tablet, smartphone, browser, etc., you're not doing them any justice. So that's super important. But now look at this. This is high quality content, professional imagery, well-written text. This is copy that we have spent so much time working on to ensure that it has the best possible messaging, and that if you present this to Breeze Body Sculpting, they're going to feel like you developed this site specifically for them. I mean, that's obviously what we're trying to make them think, but it's very easy to believe that because all this content is crafted with a typical body sculpting company in mind, so that they can this can appeal to them, they can be attracted to it, and they can actually say yes to it when you present it to them. So this is the power of using what we call our one-click site creation. This is what will set you apart from anyone else who's trying to pitch a website to a small business. The fact that you've got something that they can actually call their own right now. Now, what's going to happen is that perhaps they're going to ask you to do some stuff. Maybe their color isn't pink, maybe their color is orange, and they have a real logo, so you'd swap it out. That's so easy to do, and you'll see. Like swapping out a logo. I go to my design tab, I upload the logo, and it replaces it. Okay, I can fool around with my colors, change it from pink. Want to go to orange? Fine, let's do it. Let's go to orange. Okay, and we can do that. So change fonts if you want to, whatever you want to do. All this is very simple to do. You want to make content edits on the site itself? Perfect. So, we can go in and let's just say, they don't do, I don't know, they don't do hair and teeth. Okay, watch this. I'm going to modify this and I'm just going to go and remove this one. Okay, we don't do hair and teeth. Fine. And click post. There we go. Done. No problem. Bree, we got you covered. So stuff like this, super easy to do. That's why you can be in and out, building out these sites, selling them quickly, moving on to the next one. Okay. Now, back in your dashboard. So let's just, get ahead of myself here. So you've presented this homepage to the client, right? They like what they see. You ask them for the credit card. And now look at this. Right from your dashboard, I'm going to go back to my site screen. I'm going to find Breeze. Right from your dashboard, you can actually go here, choose a plan that you've created ahead of time, take their credit card information and process their card right from your SiteSwan dashboard. It's all included right here for you. And you can set them up on their monthly recurring billing so that on the same day of every month, they will get billed for their website automatically. You don't have to do a thing except watch your bank account grow. Okay. So that's the short of it. I'm going to transition back to our conversation. I'm more than happy to revisit anything about the platform that you'd like to see, but I felt it was most important to showcase the process for finding who you're going to sell a site to, creating the site itself, showing it off, and then even billing for it, which is all right in your dashboard. All right. Let me go back to the slides that I was showing you. Okay. Hopefully that worked and we're back to where we should be. Okay. So now that I showed you how to use the platform, hopefully you're able to appreciate the system's all-inclusive nature, its overall simplicity. I want to give you my personal tips for success in starting your own web design side hustle. So the first one is to get started right away. Delaying your start just delays your success. Imagine if you started your business 6 months ago or a year ago. Where would it be today? Think about all the sites you could have sold and how many clients would be paying you each and every month right now. Don't delay. Next up, treat this like a job. Carve out days of the week and times of the day that you will focus on this. Creating your side hustle and treating it like a part-time job is going to allow you to take this a lot more seriously. And I want you to remember something, okay? Side hustles require hustle. It's in the name, for crying out loud. Nothing comes easy. And if you put the work in, you will reap the reward. But it's not like you're doing manual labor or anything. This is very low impact work. And I also want to advise you on this. Take advantage of our resources. We offer sales flyers, brochures, sales scripts, postcards, business cards, sales sheets. We got it all. And we grant you access to all of it on day one. So use it. And I highly recommend you stay committed. Don't just start a side hustle. Follow through with it and grow it into a full-time thing. Look, if you really love your daytime job, then hire someone to run your web design firm when you collect all the profits. Finally, utilize our support and follow our lead. We outline your steps to success, so please use them. We're here to make sure that you have every chance at being successful. That's literally what we're here for. In fact, I'm going to give you one of the first steps you should take when you're starting a web design business. This is a trick to help you land your first 10 clients today by simply making a post on Facebook. So right after you get your SiteSwan account set up, post this to Facebook. I'll read it to you. It says, "Our area needs some love right now. To help, I'm going to give away 10 free website builds this month. No gimmicks, no catch. The hosting cost afterwards is minimal. Comment below if you want details." One of our resellers posted this not too long ago, and all 10 sites were spoken for in the matter of like a week or two. That one post was worth $500 a month to him in recurring residual revenue. And there's a lot of creative ways to market your business like this. And being part of the SiteSwan family, we try to expose you to as much of this as possible for your benefit. Remember, we're a lot more than a website builder. In fact, let's go over what's included. You're essentially getting a web design business in a box, which consists of our proprietary, custom-built, easy-to-use, responsive website builder, packed with over 150 custom themes for tons of industries. Your very own marketing websites, you can tell the world you're selling websites to small businesses now. Lots of sales and marketing material that help you sell more sites more efficiently. Personalized sales and product training, reliable 24/7 online and email support, your very own reseller dashboard where you manage your clients from, our proprietary lead generation tool, SSL and secure cloud hosting for every site in your account, the privilege of having a solution that's white labeled, totally branded for you, the freedom to set your own prices, and the ability to charge your customers right from your dashboard. All of this with no royalties, no franchise fees of any kind. All you pay is one flat low monthly fee. How much exactly? Well, let's discuss. You have 3 plans to choose from, and I'll start from the left. Nope, this. The left's over here. All right, our starter plan, $149 a month. It includes the ability to build, sell, manage, and host up to 10 sites. However, I got to point out this does not have the local prospecting tool, which helps you search and see which businesses in your area do or do not have a site, or the client billing feature. But for $50 more, our agency plan is by far the most popular. It's $199 a month and includes the ability to build, sell, manage, and host up to 20 sites, plus the local prospecting tool, plus client billing, plus HTML. I'll be honest with you, lots of people choose to start with this plan because not only do you get to build double the amount of sites, but you also get that local prospecting tool, which is extremely helpful. And it's only $50 more. The last plan, which you're going to see all the way to the right, is the Pro plan. Now, I'll be honest with you, not a lot of people start with this plan, but it's something you probably will graduate to very soon. This is $300 a month, the ability to create, sell, manage, and host up to 100 sites. So you're going to see that as you grow, your price per site per month goes down drastically. This comes out to $3 per month per site. If you're charging $50, for example, that's a huge profit margin. So just keep that in mind. When you're ready to grow, we grow with you. All right, let's get to your questions. I'm sure I addressed a lot of the questions, but I know there are others. I'm going to open up the floor to questions. I'll happily answer any and all of them. I'm also going to look back to see which questions I might have missed that my moderators were getting to. I'll take some of the best ones and I will go in and answer them for you all. All right. Let's see. Madeline had asked, how are e-commerce sites accommodated? Great question, Madeline. So we offer our own simple online store solution, which is perfect for most small businesses. It allows for very simple e-commerce. You can set through PayPal. It's really nice. If your client needs something a little bit more advanced, we integrate with just about every and any third-party e-commerce platform. So rest assured, should not be very difficult to accommodate your clients. Patrick had asked, do we keep the emails of those who we do business with? So Patrick, this is your business, okay? You keep all of your clients' information. You can do whatever you want with it. At no point are we using your client information for our purposes in any way, shape, or form. Madeline also asked, can my clients manage their own content? Heck yeah. One of the great features of SiteSwan is it allows your clients to log in into a platform that's totally branded for you to manage their own website. It's your choice whether you want to do it or not. Of course, you can also manage their sites for them, depending on how you want to set up your relationship with them. Let's see. Madeline also asks, can you build your own packages on the site for businesses that offer other services? Yeah, absolutely. If you're interested in offering a solution that is inclusive of some other feature or benefit or whatever, by all means, you can charge your clients however much you want for whatever else you want to charge them for. By the way, as you're noticing, folks, I get the feeling some of you might be a little shy with asking questions. Notice I'm not revealing first and last names. I don't care if you think your question might be a little bit silly. Chances are someone else is also thinking it. So just ask it. Who cares? Okay. Danny says, does the media library include icons and row transitions to choose from? It's a great question. So if the theme uses icons, then you'll find them in the library. Same thing goes for post transitions. We are planning to launch a little more of a global library for some stuff like post transitions and things of that nature. But for the time being, everything that's included with the plan is available to use anywhere else on that site. Sabrina says, "Is this web design thing hard to do?" Hopefully, that you asked that question before. Yes, you did. Before I did the platform demo. And hopefully, now that you've seen it, you will agree that it's not hard to do. I would say the hardest part is not the building. It's more of just staying focused, following our lead, and committing to making sales. The majority of you expressed that sales was your concern. We tell you how to do the sales. Just follow our lead. Let's see. Danny said, "I want to look at selling sites to nonprofits. Can I use the e-commerce option that's included to allow them to collect donations?" Yeah, great question. You absolutely can. Um, let's see. Patrick asked if we can edit the theme sites that I provided. Yeah, as you saw when I did the platform demo, all the themes, even if you start off with a theme, are fully customizable. Danny also remarked, I was going through the local prospecting tool, and those first couple sites were Google My Business sites. What that means is that Google does like this, like they just slap together a free site for you on their own URL, and they're like, "Yeah, that's a website." No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's see. Let's see. Madeline asks, can your resellers create their own sites from different templates or themes? So, um, you can use any of the themes that we have to customize it for any purpose. If you're looking to sell a site to, here's an example, an orthodontist. We don't have a specific orthodontist theme, but you can easily modify the dentist theme to accommodate what an orthodontist does. You also have some blank canvas themes, which are you just start from scratch, and it works out really well. Um, Madeline is asking about connecting domain names. Is there a domain purchase option with the platform? So, when it comes to domain names, here's what's going to happen. About half of your clients are going to already have one. If they have one, you're going to ask them for their login information for the domain. You're going to follow our simple instructions and point the domain to Sites One. If they don't have a domain name, you're going to research domain names on their behalf and secure one for them on their behalf. We have a recommended vendor called cheapandeasydomains.com. They get about $17 per year for a domain name. And then what's best is if you have one account that you've set up that you're going to manage all of your client domain names from. So you can ensure they always renew when they're supposed to and that nothing ever goes bad with them. That's my suggestion on how to handle domain names. Peter says, "Can I use my own credit card processing company?" So what you saw in our client billing feature is utilizing Stripe, stripe.com. They have great rates. It's a free account to set up. And that's the only company we integrate with for our client billing feature. If you want to bill your clients a different way, though, by all means, heck, you can even collect cash. You can meet with them and collect cash or a check or whatever you want to do. But using the client billing feature does require you get a Stripe account set up. Patrick is saying, "I'm not too good at selling. Never have been. Am I still able to use this program and scale a business?" So here's what you could do, Patrick. If you're not a salesperson, if you don't like sales, just hire someone who does, who is good at it. Okay. What's not going to happen here, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, businesses are not going to come out of the woodworks and find you. You got to put effort into prospecting and sales if you want this to be successful. Whether you do it or whether you hire someone else to do it doesn't make a difference. Now, we'll share tips and best practices, but ultimately, you will be taking the initiative and putting the effort into those sales. We have a couple of pieces that we recommend, how to compensate a salesperson for handling the sales and stuff like that. So you could definitely check that out when you're on board. Uh, Jana is asking, is there a way to add to the customer side a catalog of items or sales for a customer business? Yeah, Jenny, it's super easy to add almost any type of content that a typical small business owner would need on their website. So, if it's a catalog of sorts, if it's a PDF catalog, an actual PDF catalog, then that works. If it's some sort of, just an array of items that you want to feature with photos and descriptions, that's totally doable as well. Let's see. Marshawn says, could we charge our clients a yearly fee instead of a monthly fee for the website hosting and maintenance? Yeah, you can. We have that built into the platform. You are more than welcome to charge your clients on a yearly basis as opposed to a monthly basis. That could be an effective way to sell sites. Sammy says, do you need an EIN to run this business? I'll tell you what you don't need. You don't need that to sign up with us. Every state's different. Every region is different. I can't tell you exactly what you have to do in your area to effectively start a web design business. But most of the time, and don't take this as legal or financial advice, most of the time, I hear from our clients that, especially if they're just starting out by themselves, as long as you claim your income, you're fine. But I defer that question ultimately to someone in accounting or law who'd be able to give you a firm answer on that. But you don't need to do any of that to get started with us. Madeline's saying, is there an additional cost to integrate with an e-commerce platform? So if you use our built-in solution, no, it's included. If you use a third-party solution, there might be, but this would be determined by the vendor, not by us. All right, I think I might take two more questions and then cut you guys loose. I see my moderators are doing an excellent job of getting all the questions answered as they're coming in. So I'm going to pluck a couple that I think are what might be on other people's minds and get them answered. Hmm. Okay, so Maya asked a very similar question about EIN. They said, do you need to have your own business established and registered with your state? Maybe. I don't know. Just check with your state first. I don't think so, but check with them first. Okay. Gary is saying, can you easily turn on or off the client billing? I'm thinking about waiving monthly fees for referrals who become new clients. Yes, you can pause, change, reactivate client billing for any of your sites at any time. Carlos is asking about online chats. Yeah, if your client is hooked up with an online chat feature of some kind, usually it's like a copy paste of some code, and you just pop it in, and the chat function will automatically appear in the bottom of your client's site. Jana is saying, are credit card processing fees added to monthly fee paid to SiteSwan or added to the customer bill or billed separately? So basically, the way the card processing fees work is that so let's say your rate is $50 per month that you're charging your clients. So the payment processor is going to pull out their percentage. So what actually ends up getting deposited into your bank account is going to be less than $50. So it comes out separately before that money hits your bank account. Gary's asking, I think this might be the last question. I really like this one too. Gary's asking, if you build a team of designers, will they know that we're using SiteSwan? Gary, that's the whole point of our platform, is that it's white labeled. And it means that you can keep our relationship private. If you don't want anyone to know that you're using SiteSwan, you can effectively do that. We have a really cool feature called stealth mode. So you can add designers, salespeople, whoever, put them into stealth mode, and then there will be no references, no mentions to SiteSwan anywhere in the dashboard. So if you're looking to keep this our little secret, you certainly can. But I'll tell you what else you could do just to cover yourself, Gary. You might just look to sign a non-disclosure with your designers or whoever else you're using, or a non-compete, where they'll agree to, not go into direct competition with you at any point should they, decide they want to. But it's pretty easy to keep the relationship that we have quiet. All right. At this point, I'm going to cut you guys loose only because we're at the 45-minute mark, and I do want to respect everyone's time for our session today. One very important thing I have to mention: keep the questions coming in. We're going to answer them. As soon as I click to stop this meeting, a replay is going to immediately start from the beginning. So if there's any element of this that you want to watch again, that's your opportunity to do it right away. Okay? So that's going to start in just a couple of seconds. Thank you so much for everyone being a part of this today. I really appreciate your attendance and your attention. Great questions. A ton of questions came through. I really appreciate that. And thank you to my moderators who helped me get those answered. So with that, I wish you all a very happy rest of your Wednesday and a very happy rest of your week. And we'll talk to you all soon. Take care, everybody.